Hey guys, so for today's video, I wanted to show you guys my really super fast makeup tutorial that I like to do if I'm in a rush. So I did a video like this a couple of months ago. It was like a very quick glam makeup tutorial, but still fast at the same time, if that makes sense. So it was just like a 20-minute makeup look where you still looked super pretty, like you still looked real nice. It was still full coverage, but it was minimalistic at the same time. I said in that video that I would be doing this video in the upcoming future, which is a little later than I was intending, but this is when I got around to filming it. So this is my very fast makeup tutorial. I don't want to say it's necessarily 5 minutes, but it's definitely under 10. I am notorious for snoozing. I have before just completely turned off my alarm, went back to sleep, and then woke up like 30 minutes later and been like, holy shit, I'm late for work. So this is the look that I used to do if I was like, oh my god, I'm so late. I gotta do my makeup so fast and get out the door. I didn't want to go to work in a bare face and look like a scary monster, but I also didn't have time to do like my 20 to 30 minute beat type of makeup look. So this is what I used to do, and I'm gonna just go ahead and start right now. I'm gonna take you guys through this journey with me. Now, because I'm doing this on camera, it's gonna be probably longer than 10 minutes, of course, but I don't know what it is, but I feel like in the morning when I'm in a rush, if I look at my clock and I'm like, holy shit, I overslept, like God puts the lightning into me in the morning, I swear to God. The first thing that I do when I'm in this situation, instead of washing my face and doing my skincare routine that I do in the morning, I don't have time for that, you guys. Skincare takes time to do. That's like a whole nother process in itself. So we don't always have time for skincare. So what I'll do, instead of washing my face and applying my serums and eye creams and moisturizer, I will just take one of my face wipes. These are the ones that I'm using right now. They're from Costco. They're the Kirkland ones. I'm not really married to any type of face wipe, but I do like those. I've been using them for about a month. I think they've been getting the job done, and they're fairly inexpensive. So you can see this is from Overnight. Don't do this on a regular basis because you want to take care of your skin so it looks nice under your makeup. Just take my face wipe, wipe all of my previous skincare off from the night before, whatever bacteria I've accumulated in my sleep, from my pillow, my sheets, whatever, and I'll just wipe that off real quick, and this is gonna act as our face wash. So typically I like to go in with an eye cream, a serum, and then a moisturizer, but we don't have time for that because we're in a rush. So I'm gonna take this moisturizer right here. This is the L'Oreal Active Moisture. I've been using this for a really, really long time. Again, I'm not really married to any type of moisturizer. This is just one of the ones that I like to keep on my vanity. I do usually like to go in with an eye cream as well, but if I'm in a rush, I will skip that step and I will just put this around my eyes. Be careful not to get it in your eyes because this can burn, but for the sake of saving time, we're just gonna be careful and put it around the eyes. So this is the time where I need my moisturizer to sink in. I need my skincare to just kind of sink into my skin, so my primers, foundations, concealers go on nicely. And I will take my sponge. I'll go and make sure I wet it and it's damp. I know a lot of people are like, they don't have time for a sponge. They just need to get their foundation on, concealer on, and out the door. I am not a foundations, concealer, brush kind of girl. I have to use a sponge. I don't even have a foundation brush or a concealer brush that I use. I just feel like a sponge applies it the best. So for me, it doesn't take me that long. I usually like to clean my sponges every time I use them. So I clean them on the daily with soap and water. In a situation like this, I'll just wet it. It's not the end of the world. It's one time. It's not that big of a deal. Go ahead and do that, and that gives my moisturizer a second to sink into the skin. And then what I do is I'll take my primer. This is one of my favorites. This is the Nip and Fab Viper Venom Micro Blur. If you guys watch my videos, you know I am quite the high maintenance biatch. I like to multi-prime. I like to use multiple foundations. I like to mix and match and do different things. We don't have time for that this morning. So I'm just gonna take this primer because I'm super oily and I have bigger pores. I'm just gonna put this in my T-zone. I'm not even gonna worry about the rest of my face because the moisturizer is gonna act as enough of a primer as we can get today because we just don't have time. So I'll just put that in my T-zone and just give it like 30 seconds to sink into the skin. Sometimes I'll even like fan my face and I'm like, hurry up bitch, I gotta go, sink in so I can continue. You guys know I also like to mix and match foundations. We don't have time for that today, so I'm just gonna go in with one foundation. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. This is one of my favorite drugstore foundations. I really like it a lot. This color is too dark for me, and I'm gonna be honest, it might even be expired, but for the sake of the video we're just going to go ahead and use it because my Laura Mercier one is a little too light and my Physicians Formula is too dark, so we're going to use this one. It's okay, it's not a big deal. Also, I like this because it blends really nicely. Like, it blends like an actual dream. It's really nice. It's like a medium to full coverage foundation. And I like to use it when I'm in a rush because it's kind of like a no fuss foundation. So I'll just kind of throw this all over the face. Usually I like to work in sections and really take my time blending out my foundation, but we ain't got time for that today because I wanted to sleep. So I'll just kind of dot it all over my face, very quickly go in and blend it out. And this is definitely too dark, but that's okay because I'm not really going anywhere. Since I'm not doing eyeshadow or anything, I'll take it over my eyes just to help further cover up darkness because I have really dark under eye circles. It's just what I was blessed with. So this is gonna help just cover up those circles a little bit more because I'm not gonna go in with Shape Tape for my concealer, surprisingly. Okay, so next what I like to do is go in with concealer. And for today, I'm gonna go in with MAC Pro Longwear. The reason I'm picking this over Shape Tape is because as much as I love Shape Tape, I just don't have time for it when I'm in a rush. I feel like you just need so much time to work with that concealer. It takes so long to blend out. It dries really quickly, and I usually like to do one eye at a time when I'm doing Shape Tape, but we just don't have time for that today. So I'm going on the Pro Longwear. I'm in the shade NC20. I just do under my eyes. I don't do anything crazy. I'll take whatever I have left over and just stick it on my chin, but usually I just like to stick to under the eyes. This blends out like a dream. I love this concealer so much. It's like one of my holy grail concealers ever, and it just blends out so quickly and it's so full coverage. So I just take this all up in my eyeball, and I still have lash glue stuck in my lashes, if you guys can see that. It's lash glue. It doesn't want to come out. So like you can see in real time how fast this blends. It just blends out so quickly. You don't even have to like do anything with it really. I still like to go in and do my regular brighter under eye because I just like that look. It makes me feel and look more awake, especially because I do have such dark circles naturally. I just like to look very highlighted under my eye. What I'm gonna do for this is take my Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. I've really been enjoying this since I got it. Surprisingly, I haven't been using Emphasize as much as I normally do since I got this, and I really like it a lot. So I still go out and tap out the creases. It only takes an extra second to do this, and I don't like to set my concealer if it's creased, even if I am in a rush. I'm still trying to look cute. Like, I'm not trying to look like I don't know how to do makeup just because I'm rushing. So I just go in and we tap this on under the eyeballs. Usually I like to go in with a compact to set the rest of my face. It's just easier to deal with than a loose powder. So the one that I have right now is Cover FX. This is the matte blotting powder. I'll take that same brush I used to set my concealer. This is the e.l.f. blush brush. Usually I like to go in with a powder brush, but because we're in a rush, I'm just gonna take that same brush and just lightly tap it on the face. I'm not really like too concerned. This doesn't have a lot of color to it. It's pretty much translucent. It does have a little slight bit of color, but really actually not that much whatsoever. So it's okay if it is not perfect because you hardly see the color anyways. And then next we're gonna go in and bronze. Oh, here's my bronzer. I was like, where did my bronzer go? So for this, I'm gonna use my Butter bronzer because I love this bronzer. It's one of my favorites. As you guys know, I'm gonna take my bronzer brush. I'm just gonna hit the hollows of the cheeks. I am gonna go around the hairline just so I don't look crazy with just bronzer on my cheeks and nothing else. And I'm literally doing this so fast. I'm just trying to add some color back into my face. I'm not trying to look contoured or anything like that. So I'm just gonna stop at that. I'm not even gonna contour. And then I'm gonna go in with my blush, and for today I'm gonna use Bellissimo Bronze. This is by Milani. It's just a really pretty bronzy blush. And I usually like to use shimmers as it is anyway. Sometimes I'm in the mood for a matte, not usually, but sometimes I do like a matte blush. Typically I stick to shimmers, but for a look like this where I feel like I'm not really contouring, I'm not really like doing a lot to my face, I usually like to go in and do a shimmer blush because I feel like it just makes me look prettier. Like it makes my skin look a lot nicer, if that makes sense. I just like the way it looks on my skin. So I'm just gonna hit the cheeks with some blush. And then we're not going to skimp out on the highlight because I feel like, especially since we kind of rushed through the rest of the face, we really need to kick up the highlight. So I'm going to use my Fuego. How did I forget the name of this? I'm such a dumbass. You guys, I started doing keto today and I'm like a massive carbaholic. I'm really tired and I got like an adequate amount of sleep last night, but yeah. I might be like kind of an idiot in my next few videos until I get used, my body gets used to this. So anyways, that's why I couldn't remember the name of one of my favorite highlighters ever. So I'm going to take Fuego from Dose of Colors. This is the collab with Desi and Katy, Luster Luxe, and Desi Perkins, and this is one of my favorite highlighters. I like to take this over the arch of the brow and then just kind of go up. Then I don't have to go in and highlight my brow bone later on. So we're gonna do the chin. I'm gonna highlight everywhere I normally highlight. Just kind of like go super fast. I'm not really, you know, trying to be perfect here. The last thing I'm gonna do is take my Rosewater spray and just kind of douse my face. Since I do tend to go in a little heavy-handed when I'm in a rush, especially with powders, I will still take the extra time to spray my face because I don't want to look powdery or cakey whatsoever. In real time, that honestly takes me like maybe 4 or 5 minutes to do. So then next what I do is brows. And for brows, I don't have time to go in and fill in my brows. You guys can see I have brow hairs. They're just not defined and I really like that defined look. So what I'm going to use to help me is this Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. I've been using this for so many years. I really love this. It just does such a good job of just kind of like defining your brows but not making them too much, you know? Is the lawnmower guy here? I'm so sorry, the lawnmower guy just got here. I swear I'm almost done filming this video, so hopefully you don't have to listen to the lawnmower for too long. So they're not defined or anything like that, but it just adds a little extra something. And then we're gonna go in and mascara, and I'm just gonna do my top lashes. I don't really worry about my bottom lashes for anything like this because I'm rushing. As long as my top lashes are done, I feel like my eyes still look awake and open. So I'm gonna use the Essence I Love Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara. This mascara does actually give you like a ton of volume. It's a really nice, affordable, inexpensive mascara. So I'm just gonna very quickly pop this on my top lashes. I'm just doing like a light little layer just to get it on there. I'll just take my highlighter and very quickly pop some in the inner corner. Like that's literally that fast. And then I'll go back in and add one more coat to my lashes just because I like my natural lashes if I'm not wearing falsies. I like them to be super, super full and thick. You can totally stop here. You can throw on a chapstick or a lip gloss. I usually like to go in with a liquid lip or something a little more bold just to kind of balance out like my rushed makeup, you know? So I'm gonna go in with this color right here. This is Hot Fire. This is also from Dose of Colors and the Desi Katy collab. It's just this really pretty, bright, orangey red lipstick, liquid lipstick. That's actually it. This whole entire face probably takes me like 7 minutes, I would say. It's definitely under 10, a little more than 5. So probably around 7 minutes. You look like you did your makeup even though you're still in a rush, you know? That's actually the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope it was helpful for you. Hopefully I gave you some inspiration or just an idea if, you know, that's you in the morning and you have a hard time getting out of bed sometimes. Trust me, girl. I know the struggles. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe before you go. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and also let me know what else you guys want to see. Just know that it is always appreciated when you guys take the time to watch my videos, comment, like, and interact with me, and I love you guys for it. So yeah, let me know what else you guys want to see in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.